Good morning. All right, here we are. Good morning, everybody. How you doing? It is Saturday. We are on day something. It's awesome. What day are we on? I always got to look because I do not keep track in my head. We are at, but I like to know because it's fun to think about. We are on, hold on just a sec. Day 33 today. 3 double number, extra lucky. So we'll see what comes through. I don't know. Again, no preview for me, but yeah, but the energy does feel swirly today. So we will see what happens. It feels like there's a lot of movement in the world. Wow. Like surprising after the heart activation of but it makes sense that when people's hearts are going to be activated, that you're going to start to feel a lot like the air feels turbulent to me. I don't know about you guys. Anybody feeling turbulence in the world right now? Feels like turbulence to me. So happy to be here. I'm so glad. Good morning, you guys. So good to see you. Hello from Wisconsin, Norway. So good to see South Africa, Texas. I love it, you guys. So awesome. Montana, welcome, welcome. So good to have everybody together. Arizona, California, so good. BC, Canada. Hello, you guys. South Carolina, I love it. Spokane, hey neighbor. Yeah, in Texas, you guys, yeah, Mississippi, Bend, Oregon. Oh, lucky you. I hope you get to do some skiing. Dubai, hello. Wow, you guys, so fun. In Latin America, Colombia, I love it. So cool. Quebec, yes, it's just amazing, you guys. Taos, so cool. So, so how are you guys feeling? Yeah, are you guys feeling good today? I hope so. I do not know. Like I said, just when I just kind of checked into when I poke my head out and above my own little bubble out here, I feel turbulence in the world, and it feels like movement. It feels like what it feels like. It's almost like weather systems where there's sweeps of energy in some places and turbulence in others. Very interesting. So I guess it makes sense when you have a big activation, there's going to be a lot of change and a lot of like things are opening. If people are having heart openings, that's going to make energy move, and that's going to create more circulation in the world, and yeah, reaction to that energy moving. Very, very interesting. So who knows? We'll see what we do today. Yeah. So if you guys are ready, shall we do it? You're saying problem sleeping. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear it. Yeah, well, sometimes that can happen. I noticed on the days that we had those really big solar things that were coming in, that I had I woke up at odd times in the middle of the night for a couple of weeks, like last week, where it was like a couple of days, and I found out sure enough there had been like huge, bouts of energy from the sun hitting the planet. So that can definitely affect your sleep. Former so much. Yeah, let's do this. I love it. Okay, fantastic. Oh, nausea on and off for weeks. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's terrible. And that can be from a variety of reasons. But always makes me wonder when I hear nausea is, in terms of what's happening in your system. And certainly there's can be we're also built so differently. We're like, I think of us as like circuit boards. I say that sometimes, is that we're all wired so differently how we express energy shifting and things coming up. And yeah, but sending you some love for that. Hopefully you feel better soon. So, blessing and love from Phoenix. I love it. Thank you. Up at all hours. Oh my goodness. So circuit boards. Yep. You're doing happy dance. I love it. That's great. Okay, you guys, let's do it. Go ahead and drop down from your tailbone. Relax into it. Drop down from your tailbone, a nice thick root that goes down through the floor and down into the ground. And follow it down with your mind as it grows and extends, growing deeper and deeper into the earth. Following it down where it's dark and cool. Extending longer and longer. And follow it all the way down to the very, very center of the earth. And when it reaches that center point, feel the root sprout and anchor itself in. As it does, notice that the root is pulling gently, becoming taut, And feel as that tautness moves all the way up the root and all the way up your spine, anchoring you securely to the earth. And if I and the angels and the Mother of Creation have your permission to see and work with your energy today, please give us your verbal assent. Yes, it's okay that I don't hear you. And I'd like to ask the angels to please help me to be a clear channel of healing and information for our group gathered here today for our highest and best good. And please help us to receive this healing and information. Thank you. All right, I'm going to connect now. As I stay in my body, I'll bring in Mother of Creation and she will set sacred space for us. And she's growing up inside and all around us, bringing in light and love. Into this space, I'd like to invite in our three archangels and please ask you to clear us of any energies that are not our own, that are not in our highest and best good, that are not in the light. Please clear us, our field, the space that we are in, our possessions, and our technology. Thank you. And just take a breath as the angels work. Excellent. All right, I'll go a little deeper and bring in Isla, the Mother of Creation. Blessed beings, hello. We continue on this path of love, of light, of embracing one another. We shall feel this light even more profoundly today in this orchestration that we are going to begin. We shall begin to feel the light enter into our soul, into ourselves, accept the light, love the light, return the light. We shall receive it. And we are doing now as we are together. If you are ready, you are welcome to come with me. And we shall spend this time in the circulation of what is love around this plane of existence. For love is present. Love is endowed. The grace is given. We need only now to distribute, distribute the love, to circulate the love, to offer the love, to share the love. We need only to exemplify what is being shared, to own our own portion, our own share, what you're being given, what is being offered, and then to recirculate that into the world. I take your heart in my hands as a gentle blessing, as an offering of light, and I whisper into it right now. I whisper a kiss, a welcome. Hello. I speak to you. I speak to the depth of your soul, to the placements where you are most awakened, where you are holding the light most gently, most easily, where you find yourself drifting back and forth from peace, love, acceptance, where there is no resistance, where you are moving gently. And these come to the surface like lilies on a pond showing their bloom. And I see them each waving hello to me. And I'm with you. And I'm tracing my finger now in the waters of your soul and calling to mind more of what you will share and bringing those to the surface to bloom, allowing all that you are equal, equal to sharing, all where you feel safe, secure, loved, in presence with yourself, where you feel the acceptance of all that you are. These elements where you trust your soul, where you trust yourself, these we draw to the surface and let them share their beauty. Let them bloom. Let them reflect the love within. Let them come not with effort, but with ease and gentleness. And your beautiful pond now comes to merge with my own. And we are as one increasing body of water. And we combine with one another's. Your pond and my pond, and all together a great lake we become, with lilies, lilies, lilies everywhere. And patterns in the lilies we start to see, where one reflects another, almost as if lights are beaconing to one another, speaking, creating rhythms amongst them, as if one and another and another and another light up in a shared experience of living. And you feel welcomed as you open broadly, sharing your bloom without fear, opening yourselves, letting the light of your existence simply be. And you need not perform your light. You need not strain light. Your existence is enough. You may simply bloom in support, support, support. You are supported on the water of life. It supports you now. And as it sways, you gently rock, and you are presence within this great earth. And that which you are and we are collectively held together as a great, great lake, we become a great presence upon the earth. We recognize ourselves within her, within she, within what is this plane of experiencing. We are, yes, one small group of presence, and at the same time, we are in presence with all that is, and all that is envelops us and becomes with us, and creates shadow at times, and moves across the surface of our lake, like a breeze, like clouds, reflections. And we allow, and we simply are. And we allow their swirling, we allow their tumult, we allow what is happening on this earth, we allow its unfolding, and we accept our own existence fully, allowing our light to blanket this earth in the peace and the ease that we are feeling. And as we allow our blooms to open further in the gentleness that we are feeling, it is as if our collectivity, the lake of our bloom, stretches to an infinite proportion, as if all that we are is endless and infinite, and what we share so easily comes from a power and a depth that has no end. And we feel ourselves opening and blossoming as if there is no end to the blossom, as if there is always more to show, a new petal, a new leaf, and each one equally magnificent. And do not think or fear about who is watching, who sees your bloom, how does it affect this world. Think nothing of it. Just be with yourselves. Be in the sacred moment of your own evolution, in the joy of simply being, letting your petals open, one after another, endless, as your flowers grow larger. Each bloom, each bloom, each bloom. And across the sea of blooms, which we all share, and yours just as distinctive, just as lovely, just as magnificent as all the rest. but think nothing of them. Focus only on yourself and feel the effortlessness by which you are guided and supported, allowing yourself to simply sway in the ease of being. And your ease is what is transported. The ease of reflection, the ease of presence, the ease of acceptance. And this, like a flood, moves from the edges of our lake and encompasses the earth and draws into presence all that which will accept ease, which is ready to move into self-acceptance, all that which is opened and needing, allowing the light of ease as a gesture and a reflection to encircle all living beings, all presence, all life, in the oneness of acceptance of self and all that is. We are as one, though we are individuated, though your own soul is focused only on yourself, focusing on the gentleness of your nature, on the sanctity of your truth, being at peace in the joy of your own presence, and letting that joy ripple out in the ease of being, and be with ease. And as you are, the light of your ease spreads like a fire. It moves quick and agile across the surface of this plane, seeking and finding those who need presence, who want presence, who are finding it not easily, not readily. And it distills like water into their field and supports them from underneath, lifts them, rises up in their bodies, their own pond of reflection, and shows them their grace, rising, allowing them to focus more on their own ease, to see themselves more at peace, opening their hearts to greater and greater possibilities of truth. And once again, with a breath, being in presence with yourselves, letting your ease as you are supported, floating in this beautiful gestational field within which your own blossoms are seen and observed, but no one else matters. You are feeling your soul, and this is enough. And your soul vibrates in appreciation in this moment, allowing the body to open, to accept, and to yield the blessings you've been given. And yet more of you rises to the surface. New blossoms are forming, and you open more deeply to hidden truths, new things you find to appreciate about yourself. And as you feel these in the ease of opening, and you are grateful and bountiful, and you relax into allowing these parts of yourself to be so easy and accepting. And as you appreciate yourselves, the light of your acceptance rises from amongst us and moves across the surface of this earth like fire, and it dances across the bridges of doubt and fear and lands upon the hearts that are willing, distilling into water, entering, rising, supporting, allowing providing a pathway wherein another can feel what ease is, opening the doorway to greater and greater depths of self-understanding, quieting a world in struggle against itself, allowing truth where it is sought to be found. Coming back to presence with yourselves, simply being without effort, allowing your existence to be all that is required to exist in your fullness, to represent what it is to be your soul, like a flower that blossoms without thought or care to who sees it. It comes, it expresses. It is. It is a light. It is an expression, an open doorway to what is the beauty of earth. And you are this, and you are appreciated, and you are a blessing. Thank you for sharing your ease, for gifting your presence-full appreciation of existing. And you are drawing others into their own experience of a more easeful acceptance of their truth. We bring ourselves back into the conscious awareness of our physicality. And I say thank you, and bless you, and wish you a very good day. Goodbye. Hey, hi, welcome back. Oh, I'm a little breathless for some reason. Yeah, a little breathless today. Yeah, wow, and still a lot of energy moving up and out of me. Wow, how's everybody feeling? Feeling bloom like a flower. Yeah, that was so beautiful, you guys. Yeah, incredibly peaceful, right? Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I feel like really, like really spacey and floaty. I feel super floaty, but really pieced out too. I was a lighthouse. Ah, how cool. You feel breathless today too. Oh my gosh, gives us a new perspective on the floods in our beautiful Pacific Northwest. I will now be looking at and seeing blooming lilies of light. Oh, I love that, Tracy. Yes. And we still have all kinds of flooding around right at the bottom of my hill. Yep, crazy town. Oh my gosh, we are just like the lake. Allow, express your love. It is powerful, right? I love how it was really like we didn't have to force it or push it or think about it. It was just simply just exist, just be. And it was like there was so much power in it. It was just amazing. It's like literally by embracing ourselves, we change the world. So incredible. We are just like, there he is. Yeah, beautiful, lovely respite. I love it. Much better now, at ease in love. I love it. You are lotus flower. How gorgeous, Don. I love that. Same feeling, floaty. Using so great. Another day of I love you too. Yay, it's a party. Mike is bringing it. It's not a party till someone cries. We started to channel. Ambulance was going off, only stopped as we stopped. I was sending out energy to balance flow. Isn't that interesting? Wow, Jennifer. Yeah, interesting energy to add to that, because it's really very much like what I felt as we were going in, as I felt this kind of like chaotic swirling. And it's amazing how this was just, I feel like it's just what I need. I feel so pieced out. Yeah, New Earth is already unfolding. Yes, yes. So exciting. So, okay, so I can explain what I saw for anybody that fell asleep. I was having a hard time remembering the beginning. She joined us and she said some stuff in the beginning, which I never remember. She joined us. And then what I saw was like water slowly coming up around us and lifting us up and kind of supporting us. And then we were sort of floating in this, it was like a little pond. And then what came up was, I saw it like the bloom that you see on a lily pad. And it was like the parts, she was looking inside of us, finding the parts of us that were healed, like finding the parts of us where we were in peace with who we are. And like, yeah, we've all got parts where we're not, but she found the parts that were, and she was focusing on that and letting them sort of come up to the surface to just bloom. And it was like, let's appreciate ourselves and see the beauty inside of us and see where we've accepted ourselves. And, whatever our wounds are, we love ourselves anyways, and letting these come up. And we all had these, these flowers coming up, and it was inside of us, and there was like several, and then slowly we merged our this sort of pond that we had with her, and she often takes the form of water. So we kind of, it was almost like she enlarged it, kind of becoming a water, almost like a, I want to say like a chalice, like a support system for all of us, and that allowed us to combine our waters through her. And it made this sort of much larger body of, even though we were still in separation, inside of unity, right? That it was, she was the field that was unifying all of us and bringing in specifically where we felt blessed, where we felt love for ourselves. All of that was just at the surface. And it was cool because then I could look around and see everybody's. And I started seeing almost like a light show, where I would see like certain flowers would open almost rhythmically, certain different colors would be sort of playing off of each other. It was like a language was being spoken. It was almost like there was like almost a resonance to each of our whatever we were sharing or what was coming out. And there would be other people who would share that, and they would sort of almost have their own little conversation happening through like light and color. It was amazing to watch. So this was beautiful. So I was watching this go on for, I don't know if anybody else saw that, but I thought it was gorgeous. It was this interplay, you know what I mean? It was really, really cool. And then as we just allow, it was very much, the whole point was to not really worry about like, is anybody looking at what you're doing? Is anybody, like, it was really like, really get focused on just being in self-appreciation, like just really focus on, wow, my flower's amazing. Like that was the whole point. Like, be with your flowers and be like, just be like, yeah. And just let them bloom. It wasn't even like, it was just let them bloom. And what was amazing is that they just kept on blooming. It wasn't like a regular flower that opens up and then it kind of gets to the end of a bloom. It was like, there was just more and more and more and more. And it was almost like the lake got bigger and the blooms got bigger. And so it was like almost like everything became very big. And then slowly it sort of spread across the whole earth. But it was always in this energy of just being really content with yourselves, like being really at ease with these parts of yourself that you felt totally comfortable just hanging out, floating on the top, and you didn't feel like you had to perform it. You didn't have to do anything. You just could just be. And that was the energy. And that was what showed me then, that it was that ease that we were feeling was energy. So it wasn't about like, hey, here's my healed wound. You know what I mean? It was like, here, let me give, it was like what we were sharing was that sense of peace with ourselves and that sense of just relaxing into being and being great with existing, just existing, like being happy to exist and showing our flowers just in a way that was just for us. It was like, here we are, we're flowers, yay. And then as we got to that space where it was like enough of that energy had been generated, it generated this crazy thing that came out like a fireball. And it was a bunch. Like it wasn't just one. It was like fireballs, many. And it just kind of almost came out like and I saw it, she kind of took me along my visuals. I followed one fireball, but I know there was like lots. But I followed one and it went to one person. And as soon as it kind of came to that person, it was like a person, and she's just telling me a person who was ready. And as it came to that person, it transmuted, the water changed, it turned into water. The fireball came in, and it was like the fire was, she's saying the fire was, she's saying fire is fast, fire is quick, but water is lasting. Isn't that cool? And so that's what she just said. And she's smiling with it. She likes that. So anyways, the fire came in, it turned into water, and then the water came in and lifted them up in their own pond. And it just held them in that space of support so that they could find some ease inside of themselves, so that something would float to the surface to give others a moment of grace, a moment of self joy, a moment of presence, of being happy to exist, right? It was like bringing up those feelings of like liking yourself and loving, she's correcting me, loving yourself. Sorry, loving yourself. And yeah, and so then we just saw this, and then it was like we were sending out lots of these, and they were going out, and we did it two waves of these energies that were rising up, And it was just this idea that all we had to do was simply be, and then she was sharing as we were doing this, that the energy of being at peace, that just by being, we are transforming the world. That yes, it matters what we send out with our thoughts and our emotions. She's like, but literally, you raise your vibe and you just exist on the earth and you are helping. And she's like, yeah, and it has an energetic pull, is what she's saying, right? Like an energetic pull or a focus that draws other people. And she was walking us through that experience of deliberately sharing it, but without trying. It was literally by being in that state, we were able to generate a field which was attractive to others that'll help them to then start to embrace themselves more easily. Yeah. So, so cool. So cool. Yeah, that was an amazing, and I just love the feeling that we got, you know what I mean? Which was like this feeling of just being so peaceful and so supported. I just loved it. Let me see what you guys felt. I feel drugged almost, but in a good way, like total peace and love. I love it. Deneen, that's awesome. Helen says it was such a wonderful experience. Thank you, Anne, Isla, and everyone here. Share your love and light. So that's so awesome. And Trust the Trail says, I saw rivulets from our pond going down to others' ponds, lifting their blooms up. That is so cool. Infinite connection and evolution, self-appreciation of existence came in perfect timing for me, shifted the not being seen issue I've been dealing with. Oh, I'm so glad. Wow. Maureen says, I had the experience of being lifted up and loving myself and then at peace. Yes, me too. Yeah. So peaceful and comforting. I got down with a big cold. Oh no. And this was like when I was little, and having a cold was the best time to get so much tenderness and attention from my mother. That's sweet. Yes. Oh, that's really sweet. And here's Jay is with us. He says, super bloom. And wanted to say how helpful your explanation of accepting what is was yesterday. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad. I'm a closely affiliated brown alum. A boy who lives 3 blocks from me was killed. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. The message that's coming up for next week, that it came through, and I'm going to be, I'll be, because it's a holiday, I'll be uploading it a little early and then setting it to publish. So you'll see it next Friday, but it deals with exactly like some of those feelings about when we lose a person. So really next week's messages, I can hardly wait. I want to share it now, but they gave it to me so that I could have a message for you guys next. It's for next Friday. So I will publish it next Friday, but yeah, I'll be thinking of you as you listen to that one. I have been seen in people before that when they are being their authentic self, their beauty is amplified. Isn't that the truth? Yeah, I so agree. It is amazing. Like, there can be, it's like sometimes when you think about certain, and you'll see it in like musicians who maybe are not like the most, like if you just saw a picture of that person, you wouldn't be like, wow, that person is so beautiful. But when they are expressing themselves, right, when they're singing, even if they have like a funky song, funky voice or whatever, there's something about that authenticity of expression that all of a sudden they just, yeah, it changes how they are, right? It changes. Or when they're doing something they're passionate about, they become so like attractive is the word, like it draws you because there's something about it that's so beautiful. I love that example. Thank you. Yes, their beauty is amplified. Exactly. Infinite blooming, energetic dancing, flowing like a song, swirling together and sending out dancing, swirling around all that needs. I love it. That's so cool. I was being inspired on a creative project and felt oh wait, I just lost it. My deep connection. Where did it go? I'm sorry, I lost my spot. There it is. No, I lost it again. I'm so sorry. I missed part of it. Oh, there it is. My deep connection with others. I was creatively blooming. Yay for me. Felt in the flow and moving forward. Lilies were all around. Oh my gosh, you guys, what a phenomenal experience. Wow. And you're saying after 3i Atlas and Isla's messages of loving acceptance yesterday, now showing us how to share the ease with others. Yes, right? Yeah, I love this, particularly what I was feeling coming in terms of just poking my head out and feeling like it felt like a charged weather system is what it felt like. And now it feels like, no, there's this place of peace that's available, this energy of peace available to anybody who needs it, who wants it, right? Who is ready for stillness. That we have then added an element to that weather system, which I think will be really of service, and of course, the more is more, right? The more we do it, the better it is. So cool, you guys. Thank you. Always. Thank you so much for being here and doing this together. Super, super powerful. Sending you guys so much love and appreciation. So I will see you guys. I will be back again. I think tomorrow. Let me double check and see if I have let me just check on the timing because I know we're getting to, yes, I have a 10 a.m. tomorrow, but we should be able to do 9:30 Pacific again tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Pacific. So, okay. So I'll see you guys here tomorrow morning. Tons of love. And see you there. Actually, hold on just a minute. I'm thinking about that. Let me make sure that's going to be a good idea because my 10 a.m. is channeling. I bet you know what, you guys, I had better move that to PM tomorrow. Yeah, I had better move that to 6 p.m. tomorrow. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I better move that because I need to go into my 10 a.m. with all my wits about it's a very important channeling tomorrow for my peace bathing group. So let's please move our session tomorrow to 10 or to 6 p.m. Pacific. And I will be here. And sorry about that change, but I just was thinking about it and realizing, no, you know what? I'm going to need to change that. So I will be here and I'll make sure that, of course, you guys have if you have your announcements on, thank you so much. Yes, Sunday and Monday. Wendy's reminding me. Thank you, Wendy. So if you have your notifications on, make sure you've subscribed and turn on notifications because when I do change it like that, then you will get the notification. So you will know. So Sunday this day, and then Monday it will be at 6 p.m. Pacific. Yeah, awesome. Okay, see you guys there. Have a great weekend. Talk to you soon. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye, you guys.